Hi, I'm Elaine, and I'm a member here at Wrightsville Presbyterian Church. And about 15 years ago, I was chair of the Stewardship Committee, and I always thought stewardship was just about filling out your pledge card. Here's the budget. This is how much we need to balance the budget. And I came across this sermon that tithing is more than the number 10, and it profoundly changed the way I look at stewardship and how stewardship is a part of being a good Christian. Just like reading the scriptures, praying, going to church, giving back to God, being a good steward is part of your Christian discipline. And the Reverend Albert Wynn talks about the principles of tithing. The first one is priority, making God the priority. Everything we have is from God, so we must give back to God from the first, off the top, not what's left over after you've paid the bills, done the home renovation, gone on vacation. Oh, what's left? I'm going to church today. Is there anything left in my checking account that I can give back to God? The second thing is giving regularly, weekly, monthly. It's that discipline of giving regularly. This takes away the thought process. If you know what you're giving, it's just a done deal. You don't have to think about how much should I make out the check for? What should I set the online giving up for? The third thing is proportion. Giving in proportion to what you have. We've all heard the story of the widow's mite and the small amount that the widow gave back to the church. It was a huge percentage of her income, but had the scholars in the church gave the same amount, it just would have been a drop in the bucket. It wouldn't have been meaningful. The first time that I calculated the percentage that I give to the church, it was a rude awakening. I was giving, well, my husband and I were giving less than 3%. It was like 2.7, and I was like, whoa, that's pretty low. I thought we were doing pretty good. You know, I'm writing that check every week, and I'm like, wow, we really aren't doing that well. So we made a concerted effort to increase our giving. And it's actually quite easy to do if you do that discipline. Most companies I've worked for, I get a raise in the middle of the year. So the first thing I do is, number one, increase my percentage to my 401k, and secondly, I increase my giving to the church. And because it comes out of my raise, I don't even notice it. Then at the end of the year, when we get the pledge cards, I try to step up and increase my giving. And it's amazing how good you feel when you're able to give back to the church. After my husband died, I had to change my tax withholding from married filing jointly to single. And that took a big chunk out of my take-home pay. And for a fleeting second, I thought, ooh, I wonder if I'm going to have to cut back on my giving to the church. And immediately, like that, I'm like, Elaine, how could you possibly be thinking that? God will provide. He will take care of you, and He has. It has just been amazing. I continue to increase my giving, and it just fills me with joy that I am able to do this. Giving back to the church is not about giving to the budget. That's not what it's about. It's not to balance the budget. Being a good steward is being a good Christian.